A week has passed since I used this phone. During this week, I put the SIM card in it and took it to Hong Kong. There are a lot of experiences I can't wait to share with you guys. As you all know, I personally don't like foldable phones, but this phone has changed my mind about them. Currently, this phone is not available in areas outside China, so if you love this phone like I do, you can buy it through the link below the video. Though I always say that there is no standard answer for either good-looking or bad-looking design. But for the X Fold 3 Pro, I still have something to say about the looks. Even though many phones have a similar round camera module design, the X Fold 3 Pro just looks better than the rest. I recommend getting the white color one. I swear it's the best looking foldable phone I've ever seen. There's one more thing that I think is awesome about it, the weight control. I mean, weighing at 236 grams does not make it the lightest or thinnest foldable phone we've ever seen, but you're getting 5,700 mAh battery and wireless charging is also here. To put it into comparison, last year's 4,800 mAh X Fold 2 was much heavier and thicker. You can see that Vivo has put a lot of effort into this phone. The X Fold 3 Pro also supports IPX8 waterproofing and keeps the alert slider. So what can I say? Maybe the weak vibration feedback is one of the few flaws I can think of about the X Fold 3 Pro. Although the X Fold 3 Pro comes with a 120 watt charger in the box, it has a wired input of only 100 watts. Half an hour will fill up this 5,700 mAh battery, and with a 50 watt wireless charging, it's more than enough for most people. I think more people are concerned about how great its battery life is. After all, it has the largest battery capacity as a fold phone out there. I tested how long it would last on my first day in Hong Kong. No Wi-Fi, network connected all day, and using the internal screen often. Even after I got back to the hotel, I played Genshin Impact for half an hour before it completely died, so in total, it lasted for over 12 hours. What I can say for sure is that if you need a phone with a long battery life, the X Fold 3 Pro is definitely one of your best options. There are a few parts of the X Fold 3 Pro's screen that have been upgraded. The resolution and the peak brightness are a little higher than the previous generation. Ceramic guard glass is used, and the display panels have all been replaced with the latest generation materials. However, the old problems still exist. Samsung's E7 internal screen has a poor viewing angle, and there's no DC light dimming, and does not support stylus. BOE's external screen from the side, the rainbow issue is very obvious. The bezels is also a little wider. Both screens are actually pretty good in general, just not perfect. But a huge advantage of the X Fold 3 Pro screen is that it has ultrasonic fingerprint recognition inside and outside. If you personally use a phone with a side and ultrasonic fingerprints, you will know that this feature is a huge enhancement to your daily experience. There's not much to say about the hinge actually, it's just like any other foldable phone. It can be hovered at any angle. The creases are no different from them either. X Fold 3 series has added a couple of new features that can only be used when hovering, the laptop mode, where you can use it like a real laptop. However, due to the screen ratio, there's so little to see that I hardly ever use this phone like that. Another example is quickly folding the phone a little bit like this, and it splits the screen to open another app. Other than that, the controls are the same as before. Although the X Fold 3 Pro is the first foldable phone to use the latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor, but anyone who knows about foldable phones knows that none of them have a very good thermal system. That's why it doesn't help with the scores. The games actually have a lower frame rates. Disappointingly, the X Fold 3 Pro with 8 Gen 3 actually performed worse than the Xiaomi Mix Fold 3 with 8 Gen 2 in a large game test. It didn't win either in terms of average frame rate, power consumption, or temperature control. It seems the price of being lighter and thinner is losing the ability to deliver a full performance. Based on my experience, the camera of Vivo phones is the least of my worries. The X Fold 3 Pro, being Vivo's most expensive and best flagship phone, of course uses the best sensors. Especially its 3x telephoto camera, even with a 10 times digital crop zoom, the sharpness is within an acceptable range. Actually, my favorite thing is that it can switch photography modes. If you just want to record your daily life, then the default vivid mode is pretty good with vibrant and bright colors. Textured mode is kind of like Xiaomi's Leica Authentic mode. There are noticeable vignetting and high contrast, great for creating your photography artwork. Foldable phones from the old days were thick and heavy, had a small battery and a poor camera. But none of these problems are on this X Fold 3 Pro, except for the performance where the X Fold 3 Pro really can't beat a regular cell phone. Everything else is at or beyond a regular cell phone. As long as you wish to use a big screen when you are out, then a foldable phone like this one is not worth buying. If you want to buy this one, you can check out the link below the video. I'm Will from Gizmochina. We'll see you next time.